Here we go then. Mini GP 140, first race for their season. Harry Cook starts on pole position. Max Hardy there in second place. Rossi Brown and Ash Barnes will form up row 2. Ted Wilkinson and Fred McMullen round out row 3. Very close between those two in qualifying. Jack Worth starts from 7th place, and then we see Harley McCabe again in this one, starting from 8th on the grid. And then it's Oshan Thompson in 9th place, and Zach Shelton, who had issues in qualifying, starting in 10th.
Yep, smaller grid this one, but as we saw with the first race, still lots of excitement. A couple of good drivers to watch out for in this one. Ash Barnes, last year's Junior Rider of the Year. That's voted for by the riders themselves. So a very respectable accolade there.
Watch out for Shelton in this one as well, because Zach was fastest in the warm-up session first thing this morning in the wet conditions. Obviously had a problem in qualifying. I don't think that qualifying time truly reflects his pace.
But yes, a number of drivers of our 10 capable of winning this one. We have seen 2 very strong race wins today already. Perhaps this one will get a bit more of a challenge for the lead. Not that they've been easy races, Andrew.
No, not easy conditions here at Teesside. Still very cold, still very windy, and offline still quite damp. So the riders going to need to be careful. And basically, it's all about getting yourself in the rhythm, really, isn't it, Jacob? Go through the first couple of laps, nice and easy. Know what you're racing for, and then start to turn the wick up in the latter laps.
Yes, we see here our grid girls from VF Racing making their way back out onto the track as our riders line up for race number 3. Yes, indeed, I said riders.
You did say riders, I think, for the first time today.
I think I've got it nailed now. Give me a minute, I'll say drivers again. But for now, I think I'm comfortable.
Great looking bikes, these. Great sounding bikes as well.
Yes.
So just to run through the grid again, it's Cook from Hardy, Brown, Barnes, Wilkinson, McCullen, Worth, McCabe, Thomas and Shelton. Ted Wilkinson was also quite quick in the warm-up session this morning. It's very changeable conditions for the qualifying itself, which I think is why we've got a little bit of a mixed up grid here, as Harry Cook, who nailed the conditions. He dealt with it very well and was 1.5 seconds up in qualifying. Can he convert that pole position into a good result here in the first race of the year in BMB for the Mini GP 140s? Green flag is in the air. Riders ready to go racing here at Teesside Autodrome, and they're away on the pole. Sitter has had a bad start there, and Harry Cook is stuck on the grid. What a shame for him, but the rest of them are away, Jacob, and heading down to turn 2.
Yes, well, I think there was 2 or 3 actually who didn't quite make the start there. We've got 2, 4, 6, 7 drivers heading down in shot there. Did seem to be 1 or 2 who couldn't get the bikes going, but into the lead comes the red bike.
It's Rossi Brown. Rossi Brown on the 8 machine.
He's an experienced rider. These riders between the ages of 9 and 14, but Ross has been around for a couple of seasons now. He leads this pack of 3 into the complex part of the track.
He does indeed. Looks like Ash Barnes is up there as well in the 08 as well. That's always confusing for us in the commentary box, but never mind. Brown then on the red machine. And who's that? I think that is Ash Barnes indeed. In the blue and yellow. We'll have that confirmed as they come round at the end of lap 1. Yes. 10-lap race once again for these riders.
Yes, Andrew, indeed. And just a few more corners to navigate this hairpin, the 3rd of the 4 hairpins, and this one, the 4th of them all.
Thank you for your continued support of the stream. Really good to see how many folks are tuning in this afternoon on Easter Sunday. Keep sharing, keep getting the stream out there. Let's get these young riders the attention they deserve. So it is indeed Ash Barnes actually who's leading at this stage of the race. Rossi Brown scored as second. Max Hardy is the rider with them. Zach Shelton, we mentioned him before the start of the race, is already up to 4th place. Really good start there from Zach. Then it's Jack Worth, Fred McCullen, Ted Wilkinson down to 7th, and Harry Cook and Ocean Thompson in 8th and 9th. But here's a move for 2nd place, and that looks like Max Hardy pulling through and getting past Brown.
No, Brown has taken the lead.
Oh no,
Andrew.
Brown's taking the lead, apologies.
Ash Barnes is now down in 3rd place. We've seen Max Hardy and Rossi Brown leapfrog him in that first part of the track. Not a good start to the 2nd lap for Ash.
Still plenty of this race to go, and the track continuing to get drier. And oh, there's a rider down at the last hairpin. Rider is okay, and up on his feet it might be Ocean Thompson, I think, Thomas, because Thomas has not come through to complete the first lap. So yellow flags will be out through the latter part of the circuit.
The top 3 are navigating now, carefully around that 4th hairpin, as the marshal tends to the down driver. Yes, back over the start-finish line then. In the 2nd lap, Rossi Brown leads from Max Hardy, Ash Barnes in 3rd place, and Zach Shelton maintains 4th. Then there's a bit of a gap to Jack Worth and Fred McMillan, who are fighting over 5th and 6th place. Ted Wilkinson comes through in 7th.
Bit of interest, Jacob. Zach Shelton has just set the fastest lap of the race, a 1:32.757. If he can keep that pace up, he is going to catch this battle for the lead with 8 laps remaining.
Yes, he does at the minute look to be about 2.5 seconds off, but consistently going that quick will have him up with this leading 3. Just moments time.
So still Rossi Brown leading here from Max Hardy. Got to say Ash Barnes is responding well. He lost the lead of course on lap 2, but he's not been dropped at the moment, still there in 3rd place. Maybe he's hoping for Zach Shelton to join and help, which looking at the pace that Shelton's got in the first 2 sectors of this lap is not looking too far away. Barnes starting to challenge Hardy again for 2nd place. Can't do it here. Yellow flags out still for the stricken bike of the number 10, which is Ocean Thompson.
Yeah, it's coming up to the end of lap 3 now. 7 laps remaining. Rossi Brown out in front, and he's got a bit of a gap now. He's got 1.5 second lead over Max Hardy in 2nd place, who's still being hounded by Ash Barnes. How's Zach Shelton got on that last lap, Andrew?
Lost a bit of time actually, a 1:31.735. So it's the slowest of the top 4. Rossi Brown now the holder of the fastest lap of the race, in the lead there with a 1:30.468.
So Zach with a bit of work to do if he wants to join the party.
As we're on lap 4 out of 10 here at Teesside Autodrome. There is your leader, Rossi Brown, ahead of Max Hardy in 2nd place and Ash Barnes in 3rd. I think Shelton did lose a little bit of time in the last sector on that last lap around. There he is, there in 4th place. Bit of a lonely 4th place at the moment, but he is still pushing hard.
Cheered on there by Nicola Daniels. Thank you for watching, Nicola.
Harry Cook still continuing to do a good job. I can see a bit of support for him on the Facebook comments as well. Harry's in 8th place at the moment, but he is closing in on Ted Wilkinson in 7th place.
Yes, 5th and 6th still very close as well. That's Jack Worth and Fred McMillan. They appear to be having a great battle down there. Probably pick those up. Is that who we got there?
That's the number 5 of Jack Worth. Now, has Jack Worth had a problem? Because that's not where I would have expected him to be. Yes, he's lost positions. He's lost out positions there to Fred McCullen and Ted Wilkinson.
Yes, coming over to the start-finish line, we do get confirmation of that. Fred McMillan up into 5th, Ted Wilkinson 6th, and Jack Worth comes through in 7th place.
Rossi Brown, another fastest lap of the race, a 1:29.680. Max Hardy still there in second place, but only 0.4 of a second clear of Ash Barnes in third. But this is impressive riding from this top three as oh, look at that. The 1:28 of Ted Wilkinson trying to challenge Fred McCullen through the reverse corkscrew.
This is allowing Jack Worth back into the battle as well. He doesn't appear to have been too affected by whatever affected him just a lap ago.
So this is the key battle out on circuit at the moment over 5th place. Still McCullen there in the red, on the red machine with the black, green and white helmet. Can he hold off Ted Wilkinson?
Wilkinson certainly hounding him through this complex part of the track. Let's see how they go around the Parabolica.
I must say as well, 6 laps of this race to go as, oh, round the outside, this is going to be a brave bit of riding by the 1:28 if Ted can hold on to it. He's still going round the outside. What a move! What a move by Ted Wilkinson round the outside of the Parabolica. And now let's see what he can do. Can he start to... Oh, no! Oh, Fred McCullen is down. And he's trying to push on there to catch Ted Wilkinson. And he's out of the race. It looks like he's okay, which is the most important thing. But, oh, that's such a shame for Fred. He's out of the race.
Yes, looks like frustration got the better of him there, Andrew, as he's trying to chase Ted Wilkinson out of the corner, just got the power down a bit too early and spun out.
Zach Shelton's in trouble as well. He's fallen down the order. It might be a problem there for Zach Shelton. Let's see if he comes through the picture any second now. No, I can't see him. I think Zach Shelton has got it, or is that was Zach Shelton there? Well, let's have a look at this again. This was after the move, and yeah, just loses the front end, or the back end comes round on him actually. Oh, such a shame for Fred McCullen. He was having a really strong race.
Here's the overtake, Andrew.
And yeah, it was round the outside through the Parabolica. So slippery out there. Really, really brave stuff from Ted. And gets the move done through hairpin 3.
Great riding, Andrew. Great riding.
Rossi Brown sets another fastest lap of the race. A 1:29.641. O'Shawn Thompson is confirmed as out of the race. Fred McCullen, we know, is also a long way down and out of contention. It's meant that Harry Cook is now up to 6th place and is also still closing in on Jack Worth for 5th.
Yes, 4 laps to go. This race is very much all to play for. Top 3 still within touching distance of each other. Rossi Brown hasn't been able to eke out more than a 1.5 seconds gap to Max Hardy, who's still got Ash Barnes keeping him honest. Yeah, they're catching up on, I think it's Harry Cook there, but the last lap around as well, 1.3 seconds taken out of the lead by Max Hardy. Leader goes up the inside. Harry rides very well there, keeps out of the way of the leaders. That's very, very good racing. But look at this, the pressure's on now. Max Hardy has had a fantastic couple of laps, and he's closed the lead into, what is that, 2 kart lengths, 2 bike lengths. Pound in the box for me. I think they're the same length, Andrew, so it's a valid statement nonetheless. However, yes, I would use a visual reference that is on screen rather than
one that isn't.
Measurement, yes.
Brown responding though, pulling out the lead now. I think he's been made aware of the pressure that's coming from Max Hardy. Good last couple of corners there. The gap is, well, it's 0.7, but look at Ash Barnes as well. Ash Barnes has just set a 1:28.246. We've got a 3-way battle for the lead here in Mini GP going into the latter stages of the race.
Yes, 0.7 of a second is quite flattering, to be honest. It was down to a lot less than that just moments ago. But Hardy seems to be navigating this part of the track.
Zach Shelton's, sorry, Jacob, Zach Shelton's transponder issues look like they've fixed themselves. He's back classified in 4th place.
He has indeed come back through. That was him we caught sight of from this exact camera shot just about a lap or 2 ago. But yes, again, Hardy closing in at this part of the circuit.
Yes, he's very, very strong through the technical part of the circuit as they go through hairpins 1 and now hairpin 2 onto the chicane. Big pressure coming in now on Rossi Brown. as they come to finish what would be, well, what will be lap 8. 2 more after this one.
The gap again, only a couple of bike lengths. Ash Barnes not out of this either.
Yep, previous leader of the race.
He seems to come back at Hardy around these second 2 hairpins. Let's have a look at the gaps as they come over the line.
Harry Cook continuing to close in on Jack Worth as well, back in 5th and 6th position. That battle's not over with 2 laps to run now. Fastest lap of the race goes in by Max Hardy, a 1:27.384.
He's definitely getting close again to Brown.
Up over the top of the mountain now. Still Brown from Hardy, Barnes there in 3rd. But, well, probably about 4 kilometres of this race to go with 1.5 laps.
It's a 2.5 kilometre track here at its full length. As yes, we are seeing Hardy once again through the first 2 hairpins get very close to Brown. Depending on how he navigates the chicane, he may well be again 2 bike lengths behind. Although Brown seems to have done a little bit better this lap.
Yeah, we've seen before though that it is possible, as Ted Wilkinson showed us, to overtake through this section of the lap. We hadn't mentioned actually that Ted Wilkinson has had trouble out there and has fallen down to 7th place. 1 more corner and 1 lap to go then here in Mini GP, the first race for Mini GP in British Mini Bikes for 2018 here at Teesside Autodrome. And it's going right down to the wire then. Rossi Brown still leads the race, but Max Hardy's there in 2nd place. He's just taken another 1/10 of a second out of Brown on that last lap. It looks like they've dropped Ash Barnes now, who's content on 3rd place, which would be a really good result for him.
Change for the lead potentially, Andrew. He's very close.
Yeah, he's closer than he's ever been before through this part of the lap. And oh look, Brown's gone deep there. Is that going to give the chance to Hardy as they come onto the back straight? This is where Hardy is very, very strong. He's got some good straight line speed. He's catching, he's going to go for the move into the S's, is he? No, not quite. This is brilliant stuff here between Rossi Brown and Max Hardy. Max Hardy doesn't make the move at hairpin 1. Will he make it at hairpin 2?
He's not close enough this time round. He's going to have to keep with him through the carousel, through the chicane. Mere bike lengths behind him.
This is fantastic here in Mini GP at Teesside. Can Hardy get underneath Rossi Brown? That's probably going to be his best shot, but Rossi Brown's really strong around that top part of the circuit. And if Rossi Brown can get round this final corner, he's going to take the victory. He's got... Oh no, he's thrown it down! Oh my goodness, the second has gone as well! Oh my goodness me! Rossi Brown is down, and that's going to be Ash Barnes! Ash Barnes is going to come through to win in Mini GP. What drama right at the end of the race. I cannot believe it, Jacob.
Oh my God, Andrew. I have never seen such a dramatic finish to a race. The leader falls off of his own accord when he looked to have it won. Pushed very, very hard by Max Hardy on that last lap, and the pressure just must have got to Rossi Brown.
Well, I do hope both of them are okay. Oh, that is absolutely gutting for both riders, for both Rossi Brown and Max Hardy, who both deserve to win that race. I think Rossi Brown, yes, Rossi Brown's got, I know that's Zach Shelton. Shelton's come over in 2nd place. And,
he is going to finish though. There's Rossi.
Yeah, it's going to be Max Hardy there in 3rd place.
Although I think that was Rossi Brown who crossed the line almost simultaneously there.
Yeah,
Rossi may have had a transponder issue.
We'll just confirm them as they come over the line. Jack Worth is, well, let's have a look at this again. And yeah, I think the front end of the, yeah, it's very similar to, we've already seen that incident. And then poor Max Hardy had absolutely nowhere to go there. That was a really, really bad fall for Max Hardy. I hope he's okay. But yes, what drama here at Teesside in Mini GP. Ash Barnes takes the victory. And we did say he was just content on 3rd place and was just concentrating on keeping the bike upright, and in the end, good riding there to take the win. Zach Shelton comes from the back of the grid to finish in second. Max Hardy classified in third. Jack Worth in fourth. Harry Cook in fifth. Ted Wilkinson in sixth. Pulled off, so far for me, the move of the day down at hairpin 3. Rossi Brown in the end is going to be classified seventh. Oh, so close to a race victory. Fred McCullen was eighth, and O'Shawn Thompson was a faller in ninth.
Yes, those results provisional so far. Rossi Brown, I believe, crossed the line, but we'll get confirmation.